Am I the asshole for leaving after my partner stopped the pill and tampered with condoms to get pregnant against my will? Original post. My partner has been on the pill throughout our relationship and we've been in a bit of a battle these past few weeks over having children. I categorically said that I don't want them and started using condoms for double protection. This morning, she told me that she's pregnant and I asked how this could happen when we'd been so careful. She admitted to coming off the pill and piercing through the condoms that we have stored. I've said that I don't want this and that I'm not up for marrying into a relationship based on lies. She says she's keeping it and has already told her friends as according to her, she'd done the test 8 weeks ago and was keeping it quiet in the hopes that I'd change my mind. I have no idea what to do here. Help. I am in England and am 29. Update. Firstly, thanks so much for all your comments. I didn't expect this to blow up quite so much as it did. Secondly, I want to get a few things straight as people seem to be struggling with timelines. My partner and I were due to get married in a few short weeks. We have had many long and involved conversations during our relationship about us both wanting to remain a child-free family over the years that we have been together. Around 2-3 months ago, they started to appear to change their mind, which I feel insecure and unhappy about as it is not something that I want from life, which is why I'd booked a vasectomy through the NHS. I cannot afford to go private as money is very tight, again another reason I do not want children. She admitted to tampering with condoms and said that she'd come off the pill several weeks ago. At that point, prior to her saying that kids might be an option for her, we were still having sex and I was under the impression that we were protected as she was on the pill. I have made no secret about how I do not want kids and she is fully aware of my reasons behind that, which I do not have to share with strangers on the internet. She has shown me a test and it confirms that she is pregnant. I have asked that she get an abortion. She has refused and I feel the trust has gone completely from our relationship. We are now in the process of canceling the engagement, which she isn't happy with at all and has said that I'm ruining her life. Now, for those people telling me to go to therapy, man up or that I'm lying. It's great that you disagree with me but I'd never tell you to attend therapy if your worldview differed to mine, that I should be at fault after my partner has lied to me, apparently for months, and that I'm a liar. Here's a few other things for you. No, I do not like kids and I don't like entitled parents. I see it the same as disliking dogs, cats or birds. That is my opinion. Not for everyone and not all people have to tolerate your madness. My disinterest and lack of care towards them is one of the many reasons why it would be idiotic for me to be a father. Those calling bullshit on the 21+ wedding venue thing are just wrong. It's a stipulation of the venue we chose, nothing more and nothing less. The plain thing happened several years ago. The smoking area fiasco occurred over a year ago. Colleagues bringing their newborns into work is a continued pain and just really gets my goat, just like some people don't like Susan to eat her tuna mayo baguette. It shows a complete and utter lack of etiquette and thought by parents who are coming out in their droves to tell me how wrong I am about their decision. We'll provide updates as and when I get through all the comments. Be kind, people. Update 2. I spoke to a lawyer earlier today who has advised that as we are not married that I won't automatically be added to the birth certificate. Woohoo! My ex-partner can still claim that I'm the biological father but without my consent to a DNA test is unlikely to be able to prove it, unless it is ordered by the court, but as I've been coerced into this my lawyer thinks ex-partner and family will back down as I have evidence. The lawyer advised that I don't waive my parental rights yet as it would indicate that I still believe the fetus could be mine. So I just have to bide my time and leave the country till this all blows over. The lawyer also suggested that I go self-employed but didn't divulge the specifics. My ex-partner has admitted to coming off birth control and piercing the condoms, which she said she'd done around 3 months ago, as she knew I was due a vasectomy early next week and thought I'd change my mind. She has refused to have an abortion, which is her right, and I've refused any involvement. Has anyone been through this before and managed not to pay out? I think I've got a pretty good case. Update 3. My ex-partner is going to keep the baby. She wants me to be involved in her life and says she doesn't want to lose me over something like this. A life-changing unwanted event? Yeah, sure, haha. I have said that I will be having nothing to do with this mistake and that all responsibility now lies with her and her family. She has been blocked from using any form of mobile communication with me and I have now been sent 3 letters by her to my parents' house. The last letter included a scan of the embryo and a note requesting that I submit a DNA sample. The scan has confirmed that she is 13-14 weeks pregnant, which means that she kept this hidden for a good chunk of time. She has said that she will not have an abortion as this is what she always wanted and that she will be taking me to court if I don't offer to help. The more time that goes on, the more she makes this an awful situation, the more I hate her. I refused the DNA test and sent her screenshots, on my lawyer's advice, of the conversation where she admitted to coming off the pill and piercing condoms in an attempt to get pregnant. She has now gone quiet, until this morning. She is pursuing legal action against me, my family, and is looking for a private arrangement of child support. The amount she wants for this bag of cells is triple the recommended amount via the government and is one of the reasons she is trying to get me to admit that it's my DNA in that embryo so that I can keep me. I have just lost my job. I have no savings. This is going to ruin me, my life, and the only way out that I can think of is just to run off a cliff and hope for the best. I hate this. AITA has no consensus bot. OOP received mixed reactions. Relevant comments. OOP on having the conversation with his partner about children. OOP, we did have that conversation. 8 years ago. She changed the rules. She and I agreed on no kids 8 years ago. She then lied about birth control and put holes in the condoms we used to have sex. How the fuck is that me causing a problem? You sound like a delightful chap. She was my partner, now she isn't. Also, dude, regardless of where we are in our relationship, there's always respect for the women, not girls, that I'm with. I would not call my partner my girlfriend, because I don't like the term. As I mentioned in my post, we had the conversation 8 years ago, and as I've mentioned in other posts asking for advice, we've always spoken about being a child-free couple. My point here, if you read it with your peepers focused on the words, is that she made the decision to go off birth control without telling me at some point, I don't know when. After disagreeing on children ahead of us getting married, I started to use condoms when we had sex under the impression that this would be double protection, when it was actually no protection at all. So in answer to your final quip, it's not gone very well, but I don't need someone like you to say this sort of mad shit. OOP on dealing with vasectomy. He had to have a legal reason for needing one. OOP, I have visited my GP for a referral 3 times, 24, 26 and 29. The first 2 times I was denied due to my age and the idea that I might change my mind. Average waiting time, they said, can be between 6-9 months, but I don't know if that's a deterrent for men, as I was scheduled for my procedure 3 months after my approval. I am still going ahead with it. Update, October 16, 2024. Editor's note, edited out the first part of the update as it is a rehash of the original post. Update 4. My ex's parents have now got involved and have lumbered me with a court-ordered DNA test, or the option to lay child support and have no involvement. I have dug my heels in and said that everything she has done will constitute involvement from the police, and am trying to avoid legal battles as I have no money or means to support myself right now, let alone a child I never ever wanted. My parents are now asking me to reconsider my position, and I want to scream every time they bring it up, as they're trying to find a positive, and have said it might be the best thing to ever happen to me, and it makes me physically sick every time I think about my life being ruined over someone else's deception. I cannot sleep. I cannot focus. I'm so scared. I have now had a vasectomy. Now to the next story, story 2. Am I the asshole for refusing to split my college fund with my dad's affair child after he pressured my family to give him a share? Original post. My father dropped a big bomb on our family last year when he revealed that he had a secret son from his affair years ago. After my mom found out and gave him the ultimatum, he cut things off with the mistress and she moved away until last year when she introduced him to their son Hank. I really don't give a damn about his latent father instinct, since he didn't give his other family any consideration when he broke the news. Thank God my mom divorced him, and now neither my brother Connor, M18, sister Sophia, F15, or I want anything to do with him anymore. Here's the thing though. We have a shared college fund that my mom's parents set up for us when we were little. My parents contribute almost half of the money and my maternal grandparents contribute the other half. The account remains under my mom after the divorce. As far as I know, he stopped contributing to that account after the divorce. Last month, I found out that my dad's been harassing my mom because he wanted to add Hank as a beneficiary to the college fund for my siblings. He's saying that Hank is his son and therefore entitled to the college fund that he set up for me, Connor, and Sophia. My mom told him off, and now he has been going around harassing her online and to their mutual acquaintances and friends, claiming that she is heartless and cruel for taking her anger out on an innocent child. And then, he also had the genius idea to reach out to me to put pressure on my mom. He said I should consider opening up my heart to Hank, who grew up without a father and wasn't set up in life like my siblings and me. I left him on red since, honestly, the things I wanted to say to that callous evil monster may be too much. Yesterday he changed tactics and now said he wanted to withdraw all his part of the money from the account, divided them to make sure Hank has his share, and deposited the rest back into the account. With the caveat that since Connor and I didn't need to use the college fund for tuition since we both had full ride scholarships, The money would be divided into 2 parts. For Hank and Sophia, instead of into 4 parts for his 4 children. And now some of my dad's side of the family, and even the mistress are pressuring my mom to agree to that. And I'm praying that she won't. It physically makes me angry that we're being asked to split our money with my dad's affair child. Even if yes, I don't need to use the money to pay for school, I will need it in the future. Same with Connor. And I know for a fact he would never use the same reasoning to exclude Connor and I from the fund just to have the money solely for Sophia in the same situation. It's all for Hank. I understand that Hank is innocent and not responsible for his parents' actions, but I don't think of him as my brother. Hell, I don't even think of my father as my father anymore, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, my family consists of me, my siblings, and my mom. That's it. So, AITA? Edit. I'm 23, Hank is 14. OOP's comments. What type of fund? Where I live, if the funds are unused due to scholarship, we can withdraw it and won't be penalized. And I'm considering getting a master's degree, so even if I didn't have to pay for my undergraduate, I probably will need it for grad school. The fund is a state-sponsored savings plan. Sorry, I can't give the actual name since it's very specific to where we live. Commenter. NTA at all. Where does your father get the idea that he set up this fund when it was your grandparents on your mom's side? Do his family members know the whole story? OOP. Yeah, that man's delusion is out of this world. His audacity is truly unmatched. My paternal grandparents know and support us. I know my grandma has been trying to get him to back off, but he unfortunately doesn't listen to her. It's mainly my dad's brothers who are joining him to harass my mom. I don't know if they know the full story or not. Since grandma and grandpa know, I feel like they do too. Update. Thank you so much everyone for the support and advice, I really appreciate it. I talked to my mom this morning about getting the lawyer involved and also about a potential restraining order. She has been talking to the lawyer about dad's demands and it looks like he really doesn't have any rights to it. I think some of you are correct that he is doing all this because he knows he won't win in court. As for a restraining order, mom is hesitant to do it right now since dad has visitation rights with Sophia and she doesn't want to make it too complicated for my sister. But she promised me that if things get worse she will get one. My brother Connor and I also talked and we will be taking turns coming home for the weekend so mom and Sophia won't be alone just in case anything happens. Some clarifications. We haven't involved mom's parents since their healths aren't the best right now. Grandpa was really shocked when he heard about the cheating plus secret son of dad that he had a heart attack. Thank God he mostly recovers now. However, none of us want to put stress on him. According to dad, he never knew about Hank's existence until last year when his mistress came back. Nobody in our family knew really until dad brought Hank to a family event to break the news to us. He blindsided and humiliated my mom and it was the final straw for her. They divorced after that. I honestly don't hate Hank. It's just that right now I can't imagine spending time with him. He's a minor still, so everything will have to involve either our father or his mother. And that is a no for me right now. Perhaps in the future, things will be different. Who knows? Hopefully things get resolved soon. Thank you everyone again for the amazing advice and words of support.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.